Now, for this week's Industry Insight, we're going to take a look at the local beer industry and more specifically the rising popularity of imported beers. Hyun-bin reports.
Many Koreans love a nice cold beer or two after a long day or week in the office. Their choice used to be limited to mostly Korean beer. But now you can easily find beers from all four corners of the world, even in a regular grocery store like this. Just a few years ago, it wasn't all that common to see imported beers on store shelves in Korea. But in recent years, imports have been swelling. Foreign brands like Asahi, Heineken, and Guinness, to name but a few, are stacked high and wide. The imported beer trend started to take off in Korea in the mid-2000s and has been intensifying ever since. Top dog at the moment is Asahi. The Japanese beer has been #1 in imported beer market in Korea for the last 4 years and continues to widen its base of loyal customers in Korea with its crisp and refreshing taste.
We wanted to differentiate the taste of our beer from our competitors, and I believe that has been appreciated by our customers. We expect sales to keep growing.
Last year, Asahi imported over 26,000 tons of beer into Korea, triple the amount it imported in 2010. Overall, beer imports to Korea topped $100 million in 2014, jumping 24% from the previous year. Korea exported around $73 million of beer, leaving the country with a deficit of almost $38.5 million last year. So why are Koreans increasingly choosing imported brands over old local favorites like Obi, Cass, and Heit?
Korean consumers are going from high alcoholic content beverages to low, so beer sales are increasing across the board. Tastes have broadened too, as more people travel and study abroad, so they become fond of the beers they tried overseas.
Feeling the heat, Korean breweries have been rolling out fresh brands that are quite the departure from their original beers.
In the case of Obi, it released 2 different brands last year and upgraded its premium Obi beer to give it a deeper taste. Local beer companies are also developing new flavors to adapt to the changing tastes of the Korean consumer.
Given the surge in number of domestic and foreign brands in Korea, Korean beer makers are looking overseas to make up for their weakening sales at home. Korean breweries exported $4.5 million of beer to Iraq last year, becoming the Middle Eastern country's 3rd largest supplier. Heit's Jinlo, which began exporting to Vietnam in 1966, now ships to some 60 countries. And OB is expanding its overseas markets, including Mongolia, Hong Kong, and Australia. Hyun-bin, Arirang News.